Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, children. So let's continue the class. So we are talking about the Salim Ali, right? The fourth chapter of English. So in France, Salim Ali was injured in a collision with a speeding truck. So in France, what happened? He got the accident with a speeding truck. The truck was coming in a speed and he was going, so they got the collision, right? But the next morning, what he did, he got up out of his hospital's bed and repaired the bike himself after getting so many injured and hurt. But he did not give up. He got up from the hospital bed and repaired his bike himself. Head bandage, and he kept lunch appointment later that day. He was at bandage by the head. He had a bandage on his head, but he kept appointments later the day. Okay. So until he was 87 years old, Salim Ali conducted major expedition. Expedition means a long journey for a special purpose. Expedition means long journeys for a special purpose. In 1983, he spent 4 weeks in quietly before the Namdapa National Park in Arunachal Pradesh, right? 2 years later, he was planning to go to the Himalayas in search of the mountain quails. Before 2 years, he reached Himalayas in search of mountain quail, last seen in 1858. But suddenly, he fell ill and stayed back. Fell ill and he stayed back. So what he did, he used that time to finish one more book, The Fall of a Sparrow, his delightful autobiography. Autobiography means story of one's own life, right? One of Salim Ali's last wishes was to set up an ornithological institution in Mumbai in April 1987 after his illness. He had been diagnosed as a cancer. He flew to Delhi to convince the Prime Minister about the need of institute. So, right, one day Salim Ali's last wish was to set up an ornithological institution in Mumbai. In April 1987, after his illness, he had been diagnosed as a cancer. He got the cancer, so he flew to the Delhi to convince a Prime Minister about the need of institution, right? Hospitalized and landing, he kept insisting on going to the seminars until the Prime Minister visited him and assured full support. So after giving the full support of the Prime Minister, 2 months later Salim Ali died in 1990. The Salim Ali Center for Ornithology and the Natural History was established in Coimbatore, right? So this is the story of Salim Ali, how his sacrifices and all came up to the mark for the establishment of the institution, right? So by this, we have completed our 4th chapter. The explanation part is completed. I hope you understand all the points and detail of this chapters, right? So take care, be safe, Allah.